What is visceral fat? Visceral body fat, also known as hidden fat, is fat that's stored deep inside your belly, wrapped around your organs, including the liver and intestines. It makes up about 1/10 of all the fat stored in your body. It's hard to judge how much visceral fat you have. However, a protruding belly and large waist are two signs that you have too much of it. On the other hand, subcutaneous fat is stored just below your skin. It's the fat that you can pinch easily from just about anywhere on your body. Carrying too much visceral fat is a serious health problem. Why is visceral fat harmful? Fat cells do more than simply store excess energy. They also produce hormones and inflammatory substances. Visceral fat cells are incredibly active and produce even more inflammatory markers, such as IL-6, IL-1 beta, PI1, and TNF-alpha. Over time, these hormones can promote long-lasting inflammation and increase the risk of chronic disease. What are the health risks of visceral fat? Having visceral fat in the belly is a sign of metabolic syndrome, a collection of disorders that include high blood pressure, obesity, high cholesterol, insulin resistance, and increasing the risk of stroke. It also can cause type 2 diabetes, heart disease, dementia, cancer, asthma, liver disease, gallbladder disease and gout, fertility problems, lower back pain, and osteoarthritis. How do I know if I have visceral fat? The best way to tell if you have visceral fat is to measure your waist. Your waist measurement is a good indicator of how much fat is deep inside your belly, around your organs. Measuring your body mass index, BMI, is also an excellent way to tell whether you are carrying too much fat. Remember to click the subscribe button, the like button, and the bell button. Thank for support. What causes visceral fat? Fat gets stored when you consume too many calories and have too little physical activity. Some people tend to store fat around their belly rather than on the hips because of their genes. In women, getting older can change where the body stores fat. Especially after menopause, women's muscle mass gets less, and their fat increases. In addition, as women age, they are more likely to develop more visceral fat in the belly, even if they don't put on weight. In men, age and genetics also play a role in developing visceral fat. Drinking alcohol can also lead to more belly fat in men. 7 ways to reduce visceral fat? Number 1. Try a low-carb diet. Low-carb diets are an effective way to reduce visceral fat. Many studies have shown that low-carb diets are more effective at reducing visceral fat than low-fat. Additionally, the ketogenic diet, a very low-carb diet, may also help reduce visceral fat. Ketogenic diets drastically reduce carb intake and replace it with fat. This can put you in a natural metabolic state called ketosis. Number 2. Do more aerobic exercise. Regular aerobic exercise is a great way to shed visceral fat. It's commonly known as cardio, and it burns many calories. Many studies have shown that aerobic exercise can help you lose visceral fat, even without dieting. That said, combining regular aerobic exercise with a healthy diet is more effective at targeting visceral fat than doing either one alone. If you want to get started with aerobic exercise, start with brisk walking, jogging, or running at least 2 to 3 times per week. Number 3. Try eating more soluble fiber. Fiber can be divided into 2 broad categories: soluble and insoluble. The soluble kind mixes with water to form a viscous gel-like substance. This helps slow down the delivery of digested food from the stomach to the intestines. When soluble fiber reaches the colon, it's fermented by gut bacteria into short-chain fatty acids. These fatty acids are a significant source of nutrition for colon cells. To increase your fiber intake, try eating more flax seeds, sweet potatoes, legumes, and grains. You can also try taking a soluble fiber supplement. Number 4. Eat more protein. Protein is the most important nutrient for fat loss. Eating more protein can help fend off hunger by increasing the fullness hormones GLP-1, PYY, and cholecystokinin levels. It can also help reduce levels of the hunger hormone ghrelin. Studies have shown that protein can help boost your metabolism, promoting weight loss and visceral fat loss. A few excellent sources include meat, fish, eggs, dairy, legumes, and whey protein. Number 5. Avoid trans fat. If there's one thing that health professionals agree on, it's that trans fats are bad for your health. They are an artificial type of fat created by pumping hydrogen into vegetable oils. Trans fats don't spoil quickly and have a longer shelf life. This is why they are added to processed foods, such as baked goods and potato chips. However, studies have shown that trans fats can increase visceral fat and may cause numerous health problems. Number 6. Get plenty of sleep. A good night's rest can do wonders for your health. However, more than a third of American adults aren't getting enough sleep. Studies have shown that a lack of sleep may increase your risk of visceral fat gain. If you struggle to get enough sleep, try relaxing before bed or taking a magnesium supplement. Number 7. Try intermittent fasting. Intermittent fasting is a popular way to lose weight. It's an eating pattern that involves cycling between periods of eating and fasting. Unlike dieting, intermittent fasting does not restrict any foods. It simply focuses on when you should eat them. Following an intermittent eating style will generally make you eat fewer meals and, in turn, fewer calories. Studies also show that intermittent fasting may help you lose visceral fat. One more important note is that liposuction does not work to remove visceral fat. Be smart and live a healthy lifestyle. Share with your family and friends. Remember to subscribe to our channel and click the notification bell to get more of our latest video. Do share with us your experience.